Yeah, follow along as I re-edit this picture in Evoto. We're going to do a crop of the image, all the adjustments, and then export the image, and then within Photoshop I will show you my settings I use for social media and for clients as well, and then you can get an idea yourself. These always work for me. I get some really nice quality results, and yeah, anyway, here we go. So first off, we're going to get the aspect ratio correct. That we want is a 4:5. So we'll get the image to just about there, and then we'll click OK. And then the next thing we need to do, we've got some spots on the sensor that we need to clean up, so we will go ahead and do that next. Clean solid background, click on that one, and then boom, it's all nice and tidy. I will just show you the before and then after. We're going to give the enhancement to the background just a little bit as well, maybe to about there. And then, like I said, this is going to be a nice and quick one, so then we'll go to the next stage, which is the adjustments in the portrait area of the software. Okay, so first things first, we're just going to adjust the face just a little bit. We've got a few blemishes that we need to fix. Some of them are beauty spots, and there was a few freckles on here as well. So we're not going to go too drastic. We'll just keep it around the 21 mark for that. And I want to get the skin tones just a little bit more even. We've got a little bit of tan on the arms, on the legs, but this area here is not as tanned as the rest. So we'll see if we can fix that next in the software. So we'll go to where we at. We'll just move that one back up, and then we'll go to skin retouching. And then let's see if we can unify the body complexion just a little bit. Let's see what that does. Now that's given it a more of a light tone. So it's recognized this area, then it's lightened the whole of the body. So we're going to leave that round about there. And then we're going to just give a little bit of tan back in. Let's see which one looks the best. Too dark. If we bring that one down. No, just got a little bit of a yellow tinge with that one. And I'm going to be happy with that one, I think. And then we're just going to go into the, we've got a nice symmetrical image here, so we don't really need to do much to the face. We'll just nip into the eye section. We're going to make those eyes pop just a little bit more. Again, go too far with the software, you're going to end up with a picture looking silly. So I think round about there will be fine. And then we're going to go into the makeup section. And then we're just going to make those eyes pop a little bit more with the magic eyelash section. Just a little bit too much. Let me go all the way up on that one. Lipstick. We're going to go to a glossy one, and then we're going to bring it right down. But just add in a little bit more colour, as you can see. Don't want to go too crazy. And then we're going to contour that face a bit, just get the nose area popping just a little bit more. And again, not too much. Just so it's got a bit of definition down the nose. Eyebrows are fine. And then we'll go into the, where are we at? Don't forget, guys, as well, if you find these videos helpful, it would be nice for you to leave a like, subscribe, and you can see more content from me. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to go into the facial reshaping. Eyebrows, I just want them to be just a little bit thicker. Eyes, fairly big eyes anyway. We're just going to undo that center then we can adjust each eye individually. We're going to bring that one up just a little bit as well. Symmetricize. I can't say it, but you can see the button I'm using. A little bit of symmetry to the face. As you can see what it does there, we just get it sort of perfect. So I think I'm going to go with around about there. And the last one we're going to go back into the makeup one. Facial decorations. Just going to get those too much. I think that one is going to be looking fine. Let me just try that one. That one's a bit more how I want it. Okay, so as you can see, we've just done some slight changes just to give her like a little bit of a makeover, and we're going to leave it there. Like I said, this is just a quick one, just a little bit of a tidy up. We could go into the body shaping one as well. Again, I've always stressed, don't let the AI do the adjustments, because it just doesn't do, it's not there yet, you know. Individual adjustments, you know, they can work just a little bit more height maybe. Head's fine. We're just going to bring that neck in, I think, just to symmetrize, get some more symmetry on the look of the picture. The arms, again, fine. Everything's looking fine. Waist, we don't need to do. You see, again, the waist on some pictures, even if we unlock it, it's pulling the arm in as well. So you know, they need to work on this a little bit more. Again, so it's pulling the waist in, but it's also pulling the arm in. So what good's that? Do you see what I mean? They definitely need to work on this body reshaping AI. Again, we could do this one as well if we wanted to, but we're just going to leave it as it is. Leg length, we could do that one as well, but again, look, it's pulling the arm down as well, so it makes the arm look unrealistic. So we just can't use some of these things all the time. Okay, so let me just nip into the contact one. What colour eyes? We've got blue eyes here. So what we're going to do is put the contact overlay on, bring it back down to 0, and then just add just a little bit more blue to the eyes. And then we are done. Okay, so I'm going to leave the image there. I'm going to export it, and then we'll nip into Photoshop, and then we'll do the sizes that I use for exporting for social media and for the client as well. So we've got an image size of 26 meg, and I think, you know, around about the 10 to 20 odd meg mark, I would just send that to my client as is. So they've got a nice resolution file that they can use for printing out, etc, etc. And then I also send them a social media file sized image, and then they can, you know, with these settings, they'll be able to post them on Instagram, Facebook, etc. And they're going to get really nice quality, and that's what everybody wants. I'm just going to let my cat onto the windowsill. There you go, Tuts. Right, okay. So, always looking at the long edge of the image, we're going to go to image size. Like I said, the height of the image. What I do is I change it to 2048 by 1638. If you just put 2048 in the longest, so if you've got a landscape, it's going to be this way. If you've got portrait, it's going to be this way. The longest side of the image, just put in 2048. As simple as that. And then click OK. This is going to be the best resolution for, like I said, social media. And then what we need to do as well, we need to give the image just a little bit more sharpening. So what we're going to do is duplicate that. And then on the background image, we're going to go to Filter, Sharpen, unsharp mask. Okay, now as you can see there, we've got quite a bit of sharpening done. We're going to leave it, depending on the image, but I would say between the 90 to 130 mark we want to be doing. Mine's usually set to around 124. I think that works right for most of my images. We're going to leave the radius around about this and then threshold 0. Click OK. Now, make sure you're still on your background copy, and then we're going to go to the opacity and turn that back down. And then if you find the sweet spot round the between, again, depends on the image as well. You need to use your eye and then look, etc. But I would say between 30 and the 58 mark, you will find the sweet spot. And I think for this image, I'm going to go with a 30. Now remember, it might look a little bit too over sharpened when you look at it on your screen, but once it's flattened and it's on social media, people are looking at it on the phones, which is, you know, something a lot smaller than what you're seeing on here. So don't worry thinking you've over sharpened it, you won't have. So like I said, on this one, on the background image, we're going to keep it around the 49% mark. That's with, that's without, that's with. If you just look at the eye area, you just can see those eyes pop, and the rest of the image will be popping as well. If you're not happy, just bring it up a little bit more. Try it again, switch it on and off. I would probably even say I could get away with around the 60 odd 70 mark on this one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it at the 70 mark. We've got the two images there that need to be flattened. Flatten the image, and then we're going to click on export. Export as. Make sure your quality is on, you know, highest as it was go. And look at the image size now. We've got just under 2 meg in size. Now, again, you could bring that down just a little bit if you wanted to, if you want to save space, blah, blah, blah. But you will find these settings are really good for nice, sharp images that you want your clients to have and for yourself to have online. Again, leave all this the same, bicubic. I sometimes on an image leave it on the bicubic sharper, and then we will just give it a export name of social media, something like that, and then we're done. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Follow those steps and you're going to have great images all the time. Okay guys, don't forget, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video that's coming up very shortly.